Yo, I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the newest feature to hit the PTR, which is leaderboards. So in this PTR, there are some smaller patch notes that I'll make sure to link down in the description below as well. Nothing too notable. This is not the major balance pass that's coming in that hasn't hit the PTR yet. I would expect it to hit the PTR very soon. But the only feature, the big feature right now that's on the PTR is the leaderboards. So let's take a look at the leaderboards, how you access them, and what they're all about. So if we get into the game, we press escape, we go to modes, click on leaderboards. We can take a look at how the leaderboards function. In my opinion, leaderboards should just be a little tab up here whenever you first enter into the menu. Having to go to modes and navigate to leaderboards is just kind of a little bit too hidden in my opinion. So I make sure to leave that feedback for the team, but I would rather see that up here. But that's just my opinion. If we take a look here at how the leaderboards function, we see here we have week 12, 4 days, month 3, 12 days, quarter 4, 4 days. So we can see that these are going to be based on weekly, monthly, and quarterly leaderboards. If we dive a little deeper here, we have mutated expeditions, we have faction war, we have versus environment versus players, and then we have trade skills, which is an interesting one to me. But if we come over here to weekly mutated expeditions, we click on this one, we can dive a little bit deeper, and we see here that these are going to be based on maximum score and clear time. So if you are in the top 5 or top 25 of maximum score for this particular week, these are only tracked weekly. They're not tracked monthly or quarterly. The rotation is every week, so it makes sense that mutated expeditions would only be weekly, but that's how it works right now. There's also a filter over here on the side that you can filter by difficulty, which I find quite nice. I kind of assumed for whatever reason, I don't know why, that this was only going to be for M10s whenever I seen the leaderboard come in, but it is nice that this is for all levels of mutation, because I know there's a lot of players out there that aren't quite to mutation level 10, so I find this pretty nice, and I wasn't expecting that to be in the game for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm glad they added that. So we have maximum score and clear time, and if you place in the top 5 or the top 25, you get a title, and the title is going to be called Starstone Speed Victor, and then this one is Starstone Speed Medalist. Of course, this is for Starstone Amorai Mutated Expedition, and then you have a skin that you could get as well that's going to be called the Champion of Starstone Barrels or the Warrior of Starstone Barrels, and these are all subject to change because it is on the PTR. But that's how the mutated expeditions are going to work as of now. It's based on maximum score and clear time, and it's based on a weekly rotation. So if we take a look at quarterly faction war, we dive a little bit deeper here. If we click on the filter here, we have monthly and quarterly. So these looks like you're going to have two options for the faction war leaderboards, and this is going to be tracked by faction, by company, and by character. So by faction, it's going to be tracked by days governed, wins, attacker wins, and defender wins, and there's no rewards rewarded just in the faction category. If we take a look at company, we see days governed, governing streak, wins, attacker wins, and defender wins, and days governed is the only thing that's going to give you rewards for this category. The top 3 companies, or the top 10 companies that have the most days governed, are going to be rewarded with a title and a skin. And then if we take a look at character, territory control for war specifically is going to have score, wins, attacker wins, defender wins, kills, kill death ratio, heals, damage dealt, and damage absorbed. And the thing that's going to get you the rewards that you're looking for is going to be the score. The top 10 or the top 50 players in wars on a quarterly or monthly basis is going to be rewarded with a title and a skin. Then if we back out and we go take a look at quarterly versus environment here, we have invasions, we have trials, and we have corrupted breaches. So this is only tracked by character. It's not tracked by faction or by company. So we have score, we have wins, kills, kill death ratio, heals, damage absorbed, and damage dealt. Those are the metrics you're looking for invasions. And the thing that's going to get you on the leaderboard to get the rewards is your score. None of the other metrics are going to net your reward, but you will be on the leaderboard. You have top 10 or top 50, and of course this could change. At some point they could add rewards for each of these. They may add a rotating award. Maybe one cycle it's for score, the next cycle it's for wins, the next cycle is for kills. We don't know any of that yet. I'm not sure, but right now these areas do not have rewards. It's only for score. And then trials, we have Siren Queen, the Monacious Cleft, and the Eternal Pools, all 3 of the PvE trials, and these are going to get you rewards for being in the top 10 or the top 50. And I'm assuming the trials are going to be the amount of times this is cleared, because there is no time cleared, no limit like that, like there were for mutated expeditions. So I'm assuming this is just going to be the number of times this was completed, and then you'll be able to get in the top 10 or top 50 to get those rewards. Then we have corruption breaches, which is also going to be based on a score for corruption breaches. I was wondering how they were going to do score for corruption breaches, but if we look up here at the question mark with the little tooltip, it says you earn 1 point for each point of XP that a corruption breach is worth. So that's how they're going to do the scoring. That's how you're going to make it to the top 10, the top 50 in this category. And then we have versus players. This is a pretty big one. This is the rewards for PvP and not the faction controlled territory. This is open world PvP, outpost rush, and 3v3 arenas. So this is going to be based on faction and on characters, and it's going to be weekly, monthly, or quarterly. So we have control points captured and influence earned. That's going to be faction based. There are no rewards rewarded for those areas. And then if we take a look by character, we have control points captured, influence earned, and PvP kills for open world PvP. So if you're looking for the title and the skin for open world PvP, you're going to be trying to gain as much influence as possible so you can be in the top 10 or the top 50. That's going to get you the title and the skin. And then for Outpost Rush, we have score, wins, player kills, kill death ratio, hills, NPC kills, resources contributed, and damage dealt. What's going to get you the title and the skin here is just being in the top 10 or the top 50 of score for Outpost Rush for the given period, whether that be weekly, monthly, or quarterly. Then we have 3v3 arenas, and this is going to be based on wins, win-loss ratio, kills, kill death ratio, heals, and damage dealt. I'm a little disappointed in this one because as of right now, there is nothing out here that's going to be giving you rewards, which is kind of a bummer. I hope at some point they add rewards for 3v3 arenas, and I would imagine they fully will. I think the rewards will probably be tweaked for a lot of the stuff before this hits live. That's my guess, but we'll just have to wait and see. Then the last category we have here is trade skills. This one I found pretty interesting because it's based on legendaries, so it's only character driven. There is no faction or company category, and it's monthly or quarterly. We have arcana, armoring, engineering, fishing, jewel crafting, and weaponsmithing. So right now it looks like there is one person on the PTR who's crafted 9 legendary items, so he's number 1 on the leaderboard. So I found this one to be quite interesting. It's based on the amount of legendary items you craft, which I think is pretty neat. And then of course fishing is just going to be based on the amount of legendary fish you fish up. So that's how the trade skills category is going to work. But that's going to do it, boys and girls. That is how the leaderboards are going to function right now. What do you think about the leaderboards? You excited for these to come in? Do you think these are going to be a good addition to the game? For me, I think there's going to be a lot more stat padding going on. There's already a ton of that happening all over the board, and I think this is going to probably encourage that a little bit more, which is why I'm not opposed to them not giving rewards for like the most damage and other metrics that people may be trying to pad to find those rewards. Giving the rewards for score I think is fine, but it still is going to promote a lot of stat padding, but we'll see what happens. I think this is a good addition, gives people something to work for. I would personally like to see, especially like in the 3v3 arena realm, some sort of ranking system come in, some kind of elo to come in, like a bronze, silver, gold type of thing. I think that would promote a lot of competitive fun in the arenas, but I still think New World's a ways away from being able to implement that. There's some performance issues, some balancing things that need to happen, in my opinion, before some super competitive mode like that comes into the game. But this is a good start. I think leaderboards will give us a good start. I think it'll give us something to do in the game. And so here they are. Hopefully this will hit live at some point soon. But that's it. That'll do it for this one, boys and girls. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about leaderboards down in the comments below. And then, of course, come hang out with us on twitch.tv/BDLG. We're live there every Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. CST. Love to have you come hang out. We have a lot of fun there. We'll be on the PTR testing out the leaderboards a little bit. Then, of course, when the big bounce patch comes, we'll be over there testing that out too. But thank you guys again. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Yeah, that'll do it for this one. We'll see you in the next one.